All right, Gator fans, let's talk ball. So, Gators, Tennessee, quick recap. McNeese, Gators did what they needed to do. Good confidence builder, just to get that bad taste, four straight losses, finally get a win against an inferior opponent. We literally cannot take zero from this game. We did not throw but one successful deep ball, 40-yard, 50-yard pass to Pearsall. Guys are just not getting open in this offense. They're not getting schemed open, running two receivers. Um, McNeese was able to blanket us in the passing game. Quick game's working, to Eugene Wilson. That's still going to be there. It's an extension of the run game because the run game hasn't worked. The run game at McNeese worked, but again, Tarleton, never even heard of this team, put up 52. We put up 49. Should have put up 50-plus points. But again, we couldn't even attack them deep. Again, I'm not taking nothing from this game. Needed to get the run game going, build some confidence there, get Kingsley back. I do think we'll be a little better rushing the ball in this game than we were against Utah. Somewhere in the middle between the two games, McNeese and the Utah game. But again, there was no explosive plays even in the run game. I mean, there was a couple 15-yard, 18-yard runs, but most of them were going for about maybe 10 yards. It just does not put confidence, into people when you don't see the explosive plays like that. So something I definitely want to see is more explosives in the pass game. I don't think we're going to get that this year. They say they're there to make the plays, Mertz and Billy. I don't see it. I don't think Florida wins against Tennessee. I'm not going to go in depth. I don't have time this week for that kind of a breakdown. But I did want to put my opinion out there. I think that Florida's home field advantage is huge. It's going to give Florida a shot. This was a close game last year, even with Hendon Hooker. I do think Florida will have some success in this game. We don't have Anthony Richardson, who I thought really played well in that Tennessee game, probably one of his best games of the year. So I look for Florida to be a little more limited. I don't think the points or scoring will be as high this year. Probably looking at a 24-20, 27-20 Tennessee win in this game, unfortunately. Kills me to say that. They haven't won since 2003 in the Swamp, haven't won back-to-back since 1970. Tennessee fans know this. They're coming into the game pretty confident, though. And again, Florida, if there's a game to win, a rivalry game, this is it, guys. Billy needs to get it done. This game is a must-win, in my opinion. Being as Tennessee is they look beatable. They did not look good against inferior competition. Virginia was weak. They really struggled the first half of that game. I really think Florida needs to be more explosive and put points on the board quicker. No more of this methodical 100-yard drives. We need to strike quicker. We need to build up a lead on Tennessee. If it comes down to, a few minutes in the game, clock management, one possession, I don't like Billy in games like that. He was able to do it in Louisiana. He has been terrible with it so far at Florida. Florida needs to, for once, against a good competitor, build a double-digit lead in this game. I feel like if Florida can get up by 10 to 14 points, I think Florida wins this game at any point in the game because I think Florida's defense is that much better than last year. I was super impressed with the defense, even though it was against McNeese. That was a good warm-up for Tennessee. That was an air raid offense that we played against. And they were trying to throw it on us. Secondary was locked down. Saw Scooby flying around. Shamar James got a lot of guys reps. The depth chart did change. Jamari Lyons definitely going to play in this game a lot more. Kingsley's back. Again, I think Florida's got a shot. Really, to me, it's a 50-50 toss-up. I'm still picking Tennessee until Billy and Florida can prove me wrong. I'm hoping. I've picked Florida too much in the past last year and got burned. So Billy's going to have to win the fan base and include myself back over before he buys any more faith. But I think Florida's ready for this game. I think the players are ready for the game. I've heard they had a good practice all week. They're focused. It's a rivalry game. They've been going very in-depth on the history of this stuff. Billy emphasizes that. So guys are going to be amped up. The Swamp's sold out. I have a feeling this game could eerily be like the Auburn game in 2019 where Florida played a tight game with Auburn, but really just looked in control of that game. made all the big plays. The crowd, to me, was the X factor and the absolute difference in Florida winning that game versus Auburn in 2019. So we'll see what happens, guys. I mean, Hupel's offense is night and day better than Billy's. Scheme's better, play calling's better. Talent-wise, they're 16th in team talent. We're 15th, so slight edge to Florida, 55% blue chip to their 49%. But their starters, that's the difference. Their starters on offense and defense, they have a more talented group than Florida and a higher blue chip ratio in the starting group. So, good versus good, they're probably better. Florida's going to get there. We're just not there yet. So we'll have to see what happens. But right now, I'm going to go 24-20 Tennessee, unfortunately. Hope I'm wrong, guys. But that's my breakdown. We'll see what happens going forward. Go Gators.